Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So, here they're asking us to list the markup and retail price of each item, round to 2 decimal places when necessary. Alright, so when it comes to these types of problems, ladies and gentlemen, whether it's a markup or a markdown, or otherwise known as a discount, the process to figuring it out or to solving for it, it's going to be the same. The only difference is what we're going to do with it at the end. If it's a markup, you would add it to the original price. If it's a markdown or a discount, you would subtract it from the original price. Alrighty, so one way that we discussed, ladies and gentlemen, is as a proportion, which 100 is always the easiest one to start off with because we always know where it goes, and percent always goes over 100. Then it's part over whole, which is many times referred to as is over of. Alright, so that's one way of setting it up. However, you guys could also set it up as an equation, which is the whole, or the original price, ladies and gentlemen, times the percent equals your part, which can be seen as your percent increase, as your markup, as your markdown, or your discount, or your tax, your tip, the commission, so forth like that in the real world. Alright, so, but please also do not forget that whenever you all use the equation, ladies and gentlemen, that your percent must be expressed as a decimal, which you do so by dividing your percent by 100, or by moving your place value, the decimal point, 2 place values to the left. 2 place values to the left, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so now let's go ahead and solve the first one. Alright, so they're telling us a hat. A hat is regularly priced $18, but it's going to be marked up by 15%. So we can set it up as a proportion, like this. Alright, the easiest thing in my opinion to insert or to put in there, which we know where it goes, is the percent. Because percent is always over 100. So we can put 15 right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, $18, ladies and gentlemen, that is the whole. Because the whole can also be seen as the total cost. As a total cost, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so the total cost or the original cost is $18. That would go right there. And we're trying to find out what 15% of that is. So to solve for that, we could cross multiply. But before we do so, you guys can cross multiply now, but you'll end up with some larger numbers. But if you look at your two numbers, or this fraction here, or that ratio, you can see that they're divisible by 5, which means you can divide both sides by 5, which you end up with x divided by 18, or x over 18, is equal to, this is the way you would do it, okay? Divided by 5, and you will get 3/20. That way you guys know how I got that. Isn't it easier to work with 3/20 instead of 1500s? So now to solve for that, we cross multiply. So we get 20x is equal to 54. Divide both sides by 20, ladies and gentlemen, to isolate for that. And we end up getting 2.7, but since we're talking about money, it's $2.70. In this case, my markup is $2.70. But remember, a markup, it's like if you're a business owner, if something costs you $18, you're not going to sell it for $18. You need to make a profit. So you need to add that, your markup, to what the item cost you, which was $18. You're going to sell that hat for a total of $20.70, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, so now moving on. The next one, and you would do all of them the same way, ladies and gentlemen. Alright.